Welcome back to Financially Sparkling. I'm financial coach Sparkle, aka Karma Soleil, and this is my free online course where I teach you to fire in your finances and to sparkle in your life. You know the drill. Get your notebooks and let's get into today's topic. So today's topic is about budgeting, but I'm going to try to make it easy for you and also to talk about some budget rules and how to find your perfect fit. I've got my notes here right in front of me, so I'm going to read them, follow along, and explain with some examples to help you find the best budget plan for you. So the budget plan percentages and the rules, they're a technique used to manage your budget in an easy to follow way. However, there is something wrong with only following one of these budget rules. What's wrong? You and your budget will change. Over your lifetime, your needs will change. Therefore, naturally, you're going to revise your budget plan to fit the new you, the new lifestyle that you have. So let me explain what these budget rules are and what you need to know to have the best budget plan for you. A budget rule is often known as the condensed budget plan. It's the easier version. We make these so that we can manage our budget without having to worry about the details of where our money's going and what we're doing with it. So a basic budget plan will be divided into 3 categories: your needs, your savings, and your wants. So let's talk about the most common budget rules. Number 1, 50% needs, 30% wants, and 20% savings. Number 2, 80% needs and 20% savings. Number 3, 60% needs, 10% wants, 20% savings, 10% investments. Now, number 3 is the variable example. This is the custom budget plan that some people make for themselves. This is where you come in. So now I'm going to give you some examples based on scenarios to help you understand how we put these budget rules into our lives. Scenario number 1. You are a teenager earning a small allowance and your parents have your needs covered. Budget plans 1 and 2 are not for you. Your budget rule as this teen may be 50% wants and 50% savings. Scenario number 2. You are a parent of 2 toddlers. Investing in markets won't work with your current income, but you would like to have some money to go into savings and to treat yourself to something nice every now and then. So your budget rule as this parent may be 80% needs, 10% wants, and 10% savings. Scenario number 3. You are a divorced, single 50-year-old homeowner with no dependents. Your needs are low, your savings are good, but you would like to try living abroad. So your budget as this single may be 40% needs, 20% savings, 10% wants, and 30% travel investments. In every scenario, notice how I said this teen, this parent, this single. Those budget rules only apply to the examples I gave you. Your budget rule will be different because you are different and you have different needs and desires. So here are some tips to help you figure out your own budget rule over the course of your lifetime. Number 1, know yourself and your money personality. Be aware of who you are in this exact moment in time. Know your values, your desires, your goals, and your accountability, which means your ability to take responsibility for your actions and your promises, either to yourself or to others. Be honest with yourself about the good and the bad, 100% honest with yourself. Number 2, after you've defined yourself, it should be easier for you to look at budget plan categories and be honest about the areas of life that take up the most percentage. Use this budget plan calculator that I've linked in the description below and to my blog to help you see percentages. And then now that you have your calculation, you can easily group some of these into needs, wants, savings, investments, and additional desires. This is just a visual guide of where you are now. It will become a budget rule after you've compared where you are now and where you want to be. When looking at your needs, also see if you can reduce the cost of that need. For example, you need a mobile phone service provider. Check the other service plans that have only what you need without charging an extra surcharge or fee for extra features. Shop around. When looking at your wants, evaluate if you are an impulse spender or a disciplined spender. If you're an impulse spender, try to factor in the 1% threshold rule that we discussed earlier, which means only spend 1% of your net income on impulse buys. So that's it for today. You can find all of this information on my blog and in the link in the description below. If you have a question, also write it in the comments down below. Everything is free except my time, which means if you need more personal finance assistance, you can always book a one-on-one session with me via Fiverr. So until next time, keep sparkling.